A one-time display of dissent or a movement? Almost a week after the Women's March on Austin, we checked back in with organizers. They tell us the plan all along was to start with a protest and channel that energy into political action.
Nobody can stop me from marching, and nobody can stop me from quitting. Not even a little boy or not even a 55-year-old.
What is it? If not now, when? If not me, who? Exactly.
Long before local women hit the streets of Austin to march, they learned key lessons on how to keep the protests peaceful and safe.
Today we are having a training to make sure that they have a good handle on how to deal with any potential conflict that may arise or emergency issues that may arise during the march.
Also on the lesson plan at this pre-protest training, ways to channel the energy of the march into a lasting political movement. Simone Laurent is a dedicated activist and one of the organizers.
I'm going to be talking about resources that people can use at the march and also talk about ways that people can get involved after the march.
Since some of the people on hand were first-time protesters and rarely active in politics, staying engaged was a message throughout this training.
So many people are newly active as a result of this situation, and so we have spent a good deal of time really looking at how we activate people going forward.
Organizers joined forces with Annie's List and the Texas Freedom Network to keep protesters engaged with a special texting platform, connecting people with causes they care about.
So we hope that people will just get involved in any way that that means for them, whatever they're passionate about. If they're passionate about the environment, if they're passionate about women's health care, whatever it may be, find an organization and get involved. If there's not something that particularly fits your needs, be that person to start your own organization. Do not let this march be the end, it is the beginning.
On the day of the march, people came from all corners of Texas, painting posters, wearing pink, ready to rally.
I know we can do things better locally, statewide, and nationwide, starting in our own towns where we live.
Everybody is so excited today, all ages. Look at this.
4 generations of this family were on hand.
We're very concerned about the erosion of women's rights in a new administration. So we want to be here today to demonstrate that we care about human rights and about women's rights.
Everybody should have rights, and it's good to say what you feel.
10-year-old Jayla Love and her parents chose the Austin Women's March over the one in their hometown of Houston.
I wanted her to see something bigger, and I wanted her to see like people coming from all different areas and getting together to do what women should always do, help support each other. It was really important to us.
I gotta fight for them like they fight for me. Right?
Would you like a map?
I've got one.
Okay.
Armed with their slogans and signs, the marchers took to the streets. The first stop, the state capitol. The women's marches across the globe drew more than 1 million people. The crowd at Austin's protest estimated at 50,000.
Started here pretty quick, so get your marching shoes ready.
As protesters poured onto Congress Avenue, their posters and chants reflected a wide range of issues, with women's rights front and center. Critics question the motivation of marchers. Was it simply a protest of the president or the start of a movement?
As much as people have a right to express their opinions, other people who don't share that same opinion have a right to be left alone. And for all of these issues that people protesting today are passionate about, and the people that aren't protesting today are passionate about, the best way for your voice to be heard is to get involved and get active and get engaged in your government.
Lasting political change is a tall order. One veteran demonstrator hopes the protest will serve as a wake-up call.
Work to make the change. Get young people registered to vote. Educate people on what's going on. A lot of people here don't even know what the Constitution stands for. They don't even know anything about the Constitution. Teach these young people, because our time has passed.
The last time I seen a crowd this big was at the last marathon I went to.
Jayla's time is just beginning. This was her first foray into protesting.
They're all nice. Yeah. And they like to start chants.
And what are they marching for?
Women's rights. On TV.
While it's unclear what's next for many of these dedicated marchers, one thing is certain. The lessons Jayla Love learned at this march will last a lifetime.
I was glad to be here because of my mom, my ancestors that are women.
And it's really important to continue to do the work. You know, just today everybody comes together and just don't forget that what today is about is doing the work. Go out and vote. If you don't like something, protest and use your voice.
Organizers say they're pleased with the post-protest response. We're told around 10,000 people either texted or signed up for more information on how they can volunteer and stay politically active.